Going on a spiritual journey is like taking a special adventure to learn more about yourself and why you exist. It's like peeling away layers to understand who you really are and what your life is all about. This journey involves looking inside yourself, questioning your beliefs, and wanting a deeper connection with something bigger than your everyday life. It's like going beyond what you usually think about, reaching a state of understanding that's bigger and more aware. Each person talks about their spiritual journey in their own way, but it usually starts with feeling not happy in our lives. It's like sensing that something important is missing, and we're looking for something deeper and more meaningful than just normal stuff. This feeling of not being content can show up in different ways, like feeling empty, wondering about your purpose, or feeling disconnected from others. For example, if your job doesn't make you happy, you might start questioning why you're doing it. Personal things like losing someone you love, a breakup, a serious sickness, or a really tough time can also make you wonder about the point of life. We begin to wonder if there's more to life than just the regular problems. We figure out that money, success, and achievements don't make us as happy as we thought. Not feeling content pushes us to look beyond what's on the surface of life and search for something deeper and more meaningful. This search for answers, meaning, and connection with something bigger is the start of a spiritual awakening. It's like a spark that starts a fire of exploring inside yourself and growing spiritually. We realize the need to explore our inner world for answers and understanding. The feeling of not being content is like a call to this inner journey, and enlightenment is the answer to this call. Enlightenment is when we become more aware, and we see the world in a new way. It's a big and transformative awakening where everything in life becomes more vivid and meaningful. We realize that true happiness comes from spiritual values and growing on the inside, not just from outside success. During this journey, we might face times when things are hard, moments when we deal with fears and uncertainties. These are moments when we question beliefs that have shaped our lives. Even though this phase might make us feel worried or confused, it's a big part of the journey. It's like a test where our real strength comes out, showing the way to enlightenment and transformation. Facing resistance and tough times, we reach a point where we have to make a decision. This is often where we come across something really unknown, like jumping into darkness. It's when we deeply commit to searching for our inner truth, leaving behind things we thought were true. This stage might make us feel lonely and isolated, like we're on a personal journey of finding out who we really are. From my point of view, this phase is like being born again spiritually, where we let go of our old identity and become more authentic. It's a moment when we embrace transformation and realize that going through the unknown is a way to a deeper understanding of life. After going through the unknown, we reach a stage of deep connection. Here we understand that separation is not real, and everything is connected. It's like feeling one with everything, not just seeing ourselves as separate from others. We realize that every person, creature, and part of nature is important. Understanding unity brings a kind of love that doesn't have limits, a love that goes beyond just feeling it. In this stage, we feel deep empathy for all kinds of life and know that suffering is part of being human. We want to help others and contribute to making their lives better. Forgiving and accepting become really important, forgiving ourselves and others and accepting that life isn't perfect. At this stage, we go beyond the divisions in our minds and see the harmony and diversity. This way of seeing things makes us understand life even more. We start to live by principles of love, compassion, and respect for all kinds of life. Now, as we become more aware of our connection to the deeper essence of life, we notice signs and coincidences more clearly. We see meaningful patterns in life events happening at just the right time. We start to go with the flow of life, not feeling like we're always struggling against it. We trust that the universe is helping us on our journey, feeling in tune with everything. This is a stage where intuition becomes a trusted guide, and we feel a deep inner peace. It's like understanding that we're exactly where we're supposed to be, and everything in life is part of a bigger plan. This new way of looking at things helps us realize that the true purpose of life is to be true to ourselves, not trying to be what others expect us to be. This is the stage of being authentic, where we don't pretend to be someone we're not just to please others. We express our true selves with bravery and kindness. We stop being scared of what others might think, or if they'll reject us, because we understand that being real is more important than getting approval from someone else. We don't blindly follow what others say. Instead, we trust our own feelings. We express our truth with courage and kindness, accepting our inner selves. This is like making friends with who we really are, embracing parts of ourselves that we might have ignored before. We understand that being imperfect is also part of the beauty of life. We feel that our purpose is just to be ourselves, living according to what we believe in and sharing our unique light with the world. After embracing our inner truth, we go into a stage of higher consciousness. Our awareness goes beyond the usual limits of our minds, and our spiritual journey reaches new heights. We see an even deeper unity in everything, understanding that everything is connected on a more subtle level than before. We understand that our journey has a bigger meaning, and we're here to help the world grow spiritually. At this point, we go beyond just thinking about ourselves and recognize a higher self that goes beyond our usual identities. We also understand reality in a simpler way. It's like climbing a mountain. When we reach the top, we see the whole view. In the same way, this stage is like climbing a spiritual ladder step by step towards a bigger and deeper view of life. This helps us notice the little details and beauties that we might not have seen before. We start to understand that life is a mix of what we want and what the universe wants. This is when we see that creativity and working together are ways we connect with a bigger source. This stage is like being partners with the universe in creating things. We recognize that being creative comes when we're connected with universal wisdom, and being creative becomes a way to connect with something bigger. Co-creation is like tuning into the universe's way of creating things, where our minds join with divine intelligence. It's a higher stage in the spiritual journey, where we know that our creativity is a way to connect with the source of all existence. We learn to use our energy on purpose, making what's good for us and for everyone. We see ourselves as people who can make positive changes in the world, understanding that our creativity can help everyone grow spiritually and be happy. We start to get better at being creative and understanding how to work together with the universe. We know that being creative is a gift we should take care of. More importantly, we see that even when we're connected to the divine source, there's still so much to learn. Co-creation is like tuning in to the universe's way of creating things, where our minds join with divine intelligence. It's a higher stage in the spiritual journey, where we know that our creativity is a way to connect with the source of all existence. We learn to use our energy on purpose, making what's good for us and for everyone. We see ourselves as people who can make positive changes in the world, understanding that our creativity can help everyone grow spiritually and be happy. We start to get better at being creative and understanding how to work together with the universe. We know that being creative is a gift we should take care of. More importantly, we see that even when we're connected to the divine source, there's still so much to learn. This understanding is like being tuned into the frequency of universal creation, where our minds and divine intelligence come together. It's an advanced part of the spiritual journey where we become aware that creativity is a direct way of connecting with the source of all existence. Now we learn to use our energy and intentions on purpose. We see that our thoughts, feelings, and actions have the power to create the reality we want. Co-creation is about bringing into existence things that are good for us and for everyone. Our choices don't just affect our own lives. They affect everything because everything is connected. So being aware of our actions becomes a big part of our spiritual journey. We feel really grateful for the ability to create together, and we try to use our creativity to help the world. Being thankful is also a way of honoring the divine source of all creation. And now we dive into an ocean of love without any conditions. We understand that love is what everything is made of and what keeps the universe going. Unconditional love is not just a feeling, it's a way of being. At this stage, love flows freely without any barriers of separation or limits. Unconditional love shows itself as compassion, where we deeply understand and care about all kinds of life. We know that suffering is part of being human, and we really want to help others and make their lives better. Forgiving and accepting become really important pillars of our existence. We forgive ourselves and others, letting go of any bad feelings. We accept that life isn't perfect, finding beauty in being vulnerable. At this stage, we go beyond the differences in our minds, understanding that unconditional love includes everything and that the truth is beyond divisions. Love becomes a bridge that connects all things, so we remember that we're all one, and each being is a way the same divine love shows itself. Each of us is on our own spiritual journey, and the stages we go through are like signs telling us about our huge potential. So we take this journey with humility, gratitude, and love. If this message connects with you, we invite you to like and subscribe. Share this message with others so they can also benefit, and leave a comment sharing your thoughts and experiences. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and take care. So we take this journey with humility, gratitude, and love. If this message connects with you, we invite you to like and subscribe. Share this message with others so they can also benefit, and leave a comment sharing your thoughts and experiences. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and take care.